Hi, Aquarius, or anyone watching for Aquarius. This is your timeless love reading, so it should resonate whenever you find it. I've shuffled your deck and pulled your cards, so let's get into this. And if you're watching for Aquarius, just reverse the roles. As far as you guys, you got Seven of Wands in reverse for where you're at now. I feel like you were a bit ignored in the past by whoever you were with. It feels like they didn't really give you a lot to go on and they were having a hard time staying in one place. It also makes me feel as though this person could have even been committed to someone else or always off and on with someone else. Either way, whatever their relationship status was, you felt like they treated you like an option, right? They didn't see the value in your presence in their life. And so I feel like you decided to work on something else. Maybe you decided to work on yourself or go back to school, find a new job, start some kind of like new health routine because you wanted to not keep putting energy into this person based on the fact that they treat you in such a way that it's almost like you're a burden to them, right? Or you feel like you're always having to fight for this connection. You took everything you learned from this and you wanted to kind of reinvent yourself, right? So maybe you have moved since you talked to this person, or maybe you just really created distance between you and them. But I think you also created distance between you and everything that was familiar to yourself, right? You could have started putting yourself in more uncomfortable situations in other areas of your life so that you could stretch and grow and become a kind of a reinvented version of yourself, right? And I'm seeing that you have a lot to feel really good about because it's almost like you told yourself, I need to stop taking all of this energy and putting it towards this, and I need to start putting it into myself, right? I need to be around people who see my value. I need to start seeing my own value enough to not be sad about this person when they're behaving this way. So I love this because I feel like rather than hoping that this person would choose you, you decided to choose yourself, right? As far as your opportunity, you have the Queen of Wands, but your obstacle is the Ace of Cups. So, with what I'm seeing here, because I've pulled cards to figure out how your person feels about you down here, it looks like you have an opportunity to be desired because this person is actually coming in with Five of Cups energy. So, they're feeling very remorseful about the fact that you're not a part of their life. I don't think they thought that this would happen. I feel like this person kind of always took you for granted and thought, like, oh, Aquarius is never going to leave. I can treat Aquarius however I want, and that's going to make them pursue me more, right? This person could have like a really flawed idea about relationships. Whereas, like, if you play hard to get, then this person will chase you or whatever. There's an energy of them really missing what they had with you, and so you may find that you see things that are making you feel like this person is talking about you on social media, even if they're not necessarily reaching out, right? I feel like you're kind of in this weird space of being on your way to something new, but also not being open to something new. I think that for you, you're very protective of yourself because this person left you in a really weird place. I don't know if they were like very cold almost or just very unfeeling. Empress in the reverse. Yeah. Six of Wands in the reverse. They treated you in such a way that was almost like you just existed to fulfill their needs. Right. And so this could have been very, very emotionally damaging to you because I feel like at one time you really did put this person first and you really did love this person, and they just acted, just it's gross. And so I can see why you would be turned off from starting something new with someone new because it's like having the rug pulled out from under you, right? Always kind of thinking like, hey, if I keep loving this person, eventually they'll come through for me, and then they don't. And then that shows you like, you know what? Maybe people really are bad in this world. Maybe people really do just use you and then leave and never reciprocate, right? So now that you're in a better space, it's hard for you to open up. It's hard for you to think about doing this all over again with someone new when it feels like there's this person or many people, this could be a reoccurring theme in your love life. There's a lot of people that owe you, right? Reciprocity or love or that should be pouring into you, right? Because of everything that you've given to them. So now that you've been able to replenish yourself, you have a different perspective about love. You don't feel as excited to go out and find that perfect partner. This person though, they would like you to rethink whatever decision you made about them, because they're coming through with the world in the reverse, judgment in the reverse. So they're feeling very sad. They feel like you've made this decision without their input. But what's weird to me is like their behavior this whole time, it's been their input. Like that's literally why you made the choice you made. But to them, they feel like they didn't get a seat at the table, or they didn't get to vote on the outcome of this. And so they're upset. They feel as though they not only do they not want this to be over, but they don't want to see with someone new. They were comfortable, the place that they had in your life, and that being able to come and go and always know that Aquarius is going to be somewhere, right, to offer support. I don't know if this person has like reached out to you in the past and you kind of ignored them, right? The way that they ignored you is what this is looking like. You just stopped pursuing them, giving them any attention at all. And so it's starting to hit home that you are done, right? That you've made this decision. And I feel like this person is feeling a lot of anxiety about what you're going to do next. Are you going to be with someone else? Are you, going to keep moving in the direction you've been moving in? And so this is kind of like that last attempt of like, hey, Aquarius, I miss hanging out with you. I miss spending time with you, whatever. I feel like if you persist and you move forward, because you have cards saying very soon in the reverse, clearly decide what you want. So it comes to you now. I don't think you know what you want. Like you want someone to be kind to you, but I don't think you are in a space of like wanting that long-term thing at the moment, right? Attraction in the reverse, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You're not enjoying your single life, right? In the sense that you're out dating. I think you're enjoying spending time alone. But what I'm seeing here is like you won't be friends with this person. You don't want anything casual with this person. And maybe that's all you ever known in the past with them. So if this person is reaching out to you and you decide this is something that you want, you may need to be very clear about what you're looking for. Because I think that this person, maybe they never got the vibe that you wanted to be in a relationship. And I know that sounds really stupid, but that's almost kind of what's coming through is like, if you were going with the flow and you were like, oh, okay, I'm just going to show up and love this person, and then they're going to want me so much that they will ask me to be with them. It's almost like this person thought that you were getting what you wanted out of the situation. And so I know that sounds super duper weird because this person kind of treated you like crap, but it's almost like they had the assumption that maybe you were doing other things or that you weren't as into it. And so now that the dynamic is changing, if you keep moving in this direction, it looks like this person is going to match your energy, right? If they've attempted to reach out to you and you're not really responding, it feels like they're going to stop doing that. They're not going to keep putting in effort because for some reason this person feels like your behavior is confusing. So maybe you just never said, like, I want to be in a relationship with just you, right? Maybe you felt like if you showed up enough, that would make them, pick you or stop what they were doing. This person is going to end up getting frustrated and they're going to be confused and stop reaching out to you, which in turn puts you in the 9 of Swords. Okay, so you'll be sad about this. Your advice is Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe outline the direction you want the relationship to go. I'm not sure why this person feels like they need to be told what you want. It's possible that you, in the beginning, were like, I don't want to be in a relationship. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, right? I just want to keep this casual because you literally have like rendezvous, friends in reverse, situationship, frenemy reverse, solitude reverse. Okay, so this person, invitations, they feel, and you are not going to agree with this, and I don't particularly agree with this either because of the way that I feel like this person has treated you. But for them, they feel like they're getting whiplash and they can't tell what you want. And I think deep down this person actually really liked you. But when you, I don't know what it was you did. Let's see if we can see here. Okay. It's almost like the two of you play off each other. So, like, if you don't react the way they want you to, they will do something to make you feel like you don't matter. And then you'll do something to make them feel like you don't care that you don't matter. And so it's just like you guys have a really weird dynamic, you know. This person, their problem is that they feel like you don't care if they don't care. And maybe you were just trying to like not be phased by it or not play into what they're doing. But for whatever reason, that actually like makes this person feel like you don't care because you're not getting mad, you're just doing something else. And so eventually this person's going to think that maybe they had it wrong. This is so weird. Okay. I think this person thought you were who they were going to end up with, and eventually they would get it together. This person feels like you are their end all, like you're who they're supposed to be with. They don't act like it. Let's see how they view you, because this is really weird. It's the King of Swords. So this person feels like you're trying to hold all of the power. You know, I don't think the two of you have had a good conversation about what this is. Because I think what this is like the two of you assuming how the other one feels or why the other one is acting the way they're acting. And then you're moving based off of your assumptions. Now, for me personally, Aquarius, when I looked at your deck, I would feel very upset or hurt by the way that this person treated me. And I would have done the same. I would have created distance. But for whatever reason, this person feels like they were just going with the tone of the relationship that was like either agreed upon or expressed in some way. It's almost like they feel like if you had a problem with the way things were going, you would have done more to get mad about it, or you would have done more to say something. But you are the kind of person that's like, okay, if I'm showing up and I'm loving you and I'm supporting you, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. It's not my job to also parent you and mold you. I'm just going to take a step back. And in doing that, this person, it's like they feel abandoned by you and they actually feel like they're the victim. Okay, so small group of you, you're dealing with a narcissist because they feel like they're the victim and it feels like they have treated you badly and not shown up for you the way that you've shown up for them. I feel like the bigger group of you, this person, it could have just been like a friends with benefits and they caught feelings. And because you didn't move in a way that they were used to, you didn't get jealous or triggered, you just stepped back. They're actually feeling like you broke their heart. Plot twist, right? Because I feel like they showed up in a way that's like beneath you. So why would you go out of your way to try to coerce this person into treating you better? I don't know. Maybe you're just dealing with someone super immature because your advice is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, so this person could just be like very childish. I feel as though if this is something that you want, because it looks like you'll actually be sad when this person stops trying to reach out to you, maybe try telling them what you want, right? Or tell them that what you wanted has changed. Because it looks like they're not understanding why you're not available to them. Let them know that the way that they treat you makes you feel like they view you as being some kind of like loose person or, you know, I mean, geez, you got Queen of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's very possible this person deals with a bunch of people because they feel like you don't want them. And so they'll just do this in your face, right? Try to piss you off, try to get a rise out of you. And maybe it's something you could do is rather than telling this person, I want you to XYZ, if you speak to them, you could outline what you want very clearly, but not with the expectation that it comes from them. So that way it leaves them room to decide if they want to be that thing, right? Like if you're distant from this energy and they're like, hey, Aquarius, what's been up with you? And you're like, oh, I've just been working on myself because I decided I want to be in a relationship and whatever, like I'm dating. So I'm not spending time with you because I feel like, you know, I've seen what you bring to the table and that's cool, but I'm not confident that you could be that person that I date. Like, I'm not expecting you to change your entire life because I'm ready for a relationship. So I'm just going to go find that with someone who is ready. Right. And so once you kind of set that tone of like, this is what I'm doing, autonomous of you, and I don't expect this from you, I'll actually find this somewhere else. It's cool. You can keep doing what you're doing. That will give them, you know, kind of an idea of what you want, because for some reason this person feels like they don't know. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, that actually could turn into a relationship for you. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. This, if you ask this person why they act the way they do and they were being 100% honest, it would be that they're just being triggered because they feel like they don't think you care about them and they don't know what you want. Even if you're making that abundantly clear, I think it's because you never said the words and you just expected that, like, common sense, I'm here, I show up, we have sex, like, I listen to your problems, I'm available. Any other person would be like, oh, okay, like, let's be a thing. But for them, they're just like, oh, Aquarius just uses me. They don't even care about me. They could just cut me off in a heartbeat. I don't know. I think you're just dealing with somebody that doesn't understand you and maybe they need things like really, really spelled out, right? And this person could be used to having like control issues too, you know, and because you're not willing to chase them or sit and explain to them what you feel like they should already know, they feel like dysregulated. They don't feel like they have control over the situation because you're not behaving the way their previous partners have when they do the stupid things they do, right? Let me get you an oracle message. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So, yeah, right? This person doesn't like a challenge, you know, and I think they're really missing your support. But that's the balance of it, is like, okay, you can't be the only one showing up. It's like they thought that there was just this narrative that you were going to keep showing up and they were going to keep doing whatever they did, right? And then you were going to what? Never get frustrated, never want something more. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Bottom of the deck, freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So if you be really sad if you never talk to this person again, it's very possible that you may need to figure out, you know, what's keeping you from telling them that you want something. You know, is there a trauma or a trigger or something that you need to deal with? For some of you, you need to forgive a parent. You know, it looks like maybe you're afraid of creating the same dynamic you grew up with your own parents. And so maybe that's why you have a tendency to have these kinds of partners or these kinds of relationships, right? Where it's like, first you give it all, they give nothing, then you leave, and then they're like, what happened? I was trying to give to you, but you didn't tell me what you wanted. Like, this is weird and it's kind of a mess, right? But I think you guys just need to have like a real conversation and not anticipate what somebody means by, like, don't read between the lines, just be very blunt with one another so that you can decide, is this worth saving? Is there even anything here, right? All right, Aquarius, good luck with this. I'll speak to all of you again soon, but in the meantime, take very good care of yourselves. Bye.